Galaxy Watch, the Galaxy Watch 4, and it's quite a big hit among the Android smartwatch users today. But today we're going to take a look at the Samsung Galaxy Watch 3, which came out in August of last year. The main reason we're doing this is to see if you're already having a Galaxy Watch 3, if it's worth it to upgrade to a Galaxy Watch 4, or if you're interested in just saving a few bucks off of getting a Galaxy Watch, you might as well go for the older version of it rather than going for the new one. When the Galaxy Watch 3 first came out last year, it was a big favorite amongst almost all the smartwatch users who weren't into using Apple products, because the Galaxy Watch 3 actually has quite a minimalist design with the rotating bezel on it, and it's packed with a ton of features for any fitness enthusiast as well as anybody who's looking into getting into the smartwatch market. I have the Galaxy Watch 3 over here, which I've been using for the past 3 weeks. I said 3 weeks because this watch is not actually mine. I actually borrowed it from a friend of mine who's been using it for the past year. He got it when just as it was released. So he's told me how he used it, and I've used the watch here and there as well, and I've been using it continuously for the past 3 weeks. So let's get into my thoughts, and at the end of the video we'll take a look at things I didn't quite fancy so much about this watch, and let's see how the video goes. Alright, so on first impressions, the Galaxy Watch 3, it looks really modern and minimalist. I have it in the bronze variation over here, the bronze color over here, in the 41mm diameter. It also comes in a 45mm, which is a much larger model. So the watch strap was actually a bronze leather strap, but I've swapped it out for the black silicone strap over here because I use the watch for a lot of workouts and stuff, so I don't want the strap to get sweaty and for it to just get nasty over time. So I've got the black silicone strap over here, which I think looks really good on the watch. The watch also has this rotating bezel on top, this swivel wheel, which I think is most likely the best, most intuitive way of going around the menu on the watch and for swiping between menus. It's very intuitive and it's very easy to use rather than actually using the screen to swipe between menus. So the Galaxy Watch 3 is running on Samsung's Tizen OS 5. The watch is also powered by the Exynos 9110 chipset. The 41mm watch I have over here, it comes with 247 milliamp hours of battery, while the larger 45mm watch has a 345 milliamp hours of battery. The software side of the watch is actually quite decent. It doesn't lag or get started most of the time. It does get started a bit slightly when it's on power saving mode or when the battery is below 20%, I have noticed, but other than that the watch works perfectly alright without any issues. It's also IP68 dust and water resistant, so you can use it in the shower or in your pool. You got no worries on that regard. The watch also has your regular array of smartwatch sensors, barometer, pedometer, an ECG sensor and an SpO2 sensor. The ECG sensor, however, is not working in every country because of health and safety regulations. So if you are in one of those countries where the ECG sensor is working, you can just update your software on the watch and the phone, and the watch can make use of the ECG sensor which is on board. If not, it will not show up on the watch at all. The 247 milliamp hour cell on this watch over here usually lasts me about a day or a day and a half if my always on display is turned on, and if my always on display is turned off, it usually lasts me 2 days. It gives me up to 2 days of battery life. It's not the most long lasting battery life that I've seen on any smartwatch, to be honest, but with anything running Google OS, you're bound to expect this sort of battery life because Google OS usually drains a lot of battery on many smartwatches, and the same actually goes to the Apple watches as well, where they usually last anywhere between a day or a day and a half. So if you want a fully fledged smartwatch, this is the kind of battery life which you're going to have to sacrifice for that experience. The watch has 8 GB of onboard storage on it, which can be used to store music files or any media in the sense of photos and videos and stuff on the watch natively. So what that means is you can have your music stored onto the watch, and if you're going for a run or a hike or whatever, you can opt to leave your phone behind. You can connect your headphones directly to the watch via Bluetooth, so you can play the music directly off the watch without the need to carry your phone. And since it's got onboard GPS tracking available, You really don't need the phone to track your run or your hike. Watch also has many features already available on the watch, including your usual fitness features, fitness apps, which can be used to track your workouts and other things. It also has apps such as your music player and women's health tracking, an SpO2 sensor to track your oxygen levels in the blood, and so many other health-related features which could be of use to you. Watch also has a mic and a built-in speaker, which allows you to answer phone calls directly off the watch. So if you get an incoming call to your phone, you can simply answer the call using your watch, and you can speak to it off the watch itself. The sound quality of the mic is not exactly the best, but if you want to improve it, you can just simply raise your hand up and talk directly to the watch, which I have found works the best way if you want to make the audio as clear as possible. Speaker sound quality is alright. It's not the best, but you can't really expect much given the tiny size of the device that you have here. So it gets the job done, but it's nothing amazing to talk about. The watch has a built-in ambient sensor on it as well, which will make the watch automatically increase or decrease the brightness. You can also change the brightness manually using the using settings menu. The display I have found was bright enough to be viewed even on outdoors under direct sunlight. Um, do take note that the brighter the display is, the faster the battery will drain. But since it's an AMOLED display, I don't think you have to worry too much about it because the blacks are usually going to be pitch black, which means that the watch will be turned off in those areas. So if I were you, I would try to opt for a darker themed watch face on it rather than a fully fledged white or bright watch face to save as much as battery as possible. Alright, so this watch has some great fitness related features on it. It has over 10 built-in sport modes already integrated into the watch, which you can select if you're doing the workout. It also has automatic workout detection, which I think is really cool because sometimes when I go on a run or if I go for a walk, if I may forget to turn or select the workout mode on the watch, it'll automatically detect that I'm going for a run or a walk, and it'll automatically start tracking my heart rate continuously throughout my run or walk without me having to select it, which I think is really interesting. So the watch also has all-day heart rate monitoring and sleep tracking. So the watch tracks your light sleep, your deep sleep, and your REM sleep. It works when you use the watch at night, when you wear it at night. The watch data can be shown on the watch itself, or you can simply sync it onto your Samsung Health app, and it will display all the data in a chart, which I think is quite easy for us to view and compare with the data of previous days and nights data of the watch basically. The watch comes with an automatic repetition tracker. So basically if you're using it for a workout in the gym or whatever, if you're doing shoulder presses or something, the watch is supposed to track your repetitions automatically. But I found it very, very inaccurate because whenever I use it, whenever I wear the watch and I do my exercises, even if I select the exercise manually, even by the time I'm done with 10 shoulder presses, the repetition tracker on the watch will only show me 2 or 3 most of the time at best. So it's very inaccurate and something to keep note about. Alright, so the 41mm watch I have over here, as I said before, gives me about a day of battery life or a day and a half at best with the always on display turned on, and if it's turned off it gives me 2 days of battery life with about 30 minutes of GPS usage in that time. Watch takes about 2 hours to charge up wirelessly, so you can charge it up with its provided charger, which is right here. You can charge it up with the provided charger, or you can use reverse wireless charging on the flagship Samsung phones or any other flagship phone. You just simply have to place the back of the watch on top of it and line it up with the smartphone. It'll start charging up automatically. It takes about 2 hours to go to a full charge from 0%, which is not fast by any means. So what that basically means is every day, whether you wake up or before you go to bed, you're going to have to plug this in for 2 hours if you're going to use it the entire day, which is not exactly ideal. I would have preferred if there was some fast charging option on the watch, given that many smartphones are having it, especially fast wireless charging. So Samsung could have definitely worked on it in this iteration of the watch. Alright, so basically let's get into the things I like about the watch. This was never meant to be a fully fledged review of the Galaxy Watch 3 simply because there are plenty of reviews out there on YouTube right now, given that the watch was released about a year ago. But I just wanted to go over the things, a brief idea of the things watch features and the things that the watch provides and the things that I like and things that I do like and my final thoughts. So basically the things that I like about the watch, It comes in with a so basically the things that I like about the watch are it comes in with plenty of features, especially health related features, so that you can use it if you want to monitor your health progress, track your steps, your calories, your blood oxygen level, heart rate, and so on. So it's got many features which you can utilize for your benefit if that's the sort of thing that you're looking for. Another thing which I really like about the Galaxy Watch 3 is its design. The fact that it has a rotating bezel on it with a very premium build quality on the watch, with glass and metal and leather even on the strap when it comes in the box, is I think a good choice of materials for the watch. So I think it looks really good, and I also think it feels good when you touch it. You can feel that it's an expensive watch. Alright, so getting the things that I don't quite like so much about the watch. There are actually three things. The first of which is actually the poor battery life. To me personally, 1 day battery life is not enough because I'll have to charge up the watch for 2 hours every day, which is not ideal for me, and it's a big inconvenience. And it's also partly the reason why I don't like to wear fully fledged smartwatches around, because it's just another one of those things that I have to charge up at the end of the day. The second thing that I don't agree or thing that I don't like about the watch is the fact that it's running Tizen OS. Now, I don't have any problem with Tizen OS. I think it's amazing. The features it provides and everything it has to offer is amazing. But Google recently partnered up with Google Wear OS for their newest version of the Galaxy Watch, the Galaxy Watch 4, which just came out. So what that means is Samsung is going to continue to support Google Wear OS instead of Tizen OS. Now, that doesn't mean Samsung is going to completely cut out this watch. They will still continue to provide 3 years of updates, most likely which will be just stability improvements and minor bug fixes updates, nothing major. But it does mean that Tizen OS itself won't be getting any major refresh anytime soon. So from today till 2 more years, you should be expecting updates for your Tizen OS smartwatch, which is in the Galaxy Watch 3. And the third reason why I wouldn't recommend the Galaxy Watch 3 is because of an issue which I actually faced on the Galaxy Watch, in which the back button actually stopped working for some reason. Samsung Pay kept popping up for no reason on the watch, and I had to disable Samsung Pay. And then the back button stopped working entirely, and then the watch started going on this weird rebooting cycle, where it continued to reboot again and again even after draining the battery when I tried to charge it and turn it on. I actually contacted Samsung support in Sri Lanka, and they told me to bring the watch in so that they can take a look. So hopefully once this lockdown is lifted, I plan on taking it to them and seeing how it is. Alright, do keep in mind that this watch is still not mine. It's one of my friends which I borrowed for a review, but he's been using it for a year and I've been using it for more than a month at this point of time. So take it with a grain of salt, but it is what it is at the moment. I contacted Samsung and they told me to bring the watch in once lockdown is over so that they can have a look and see if they can fix it. But judging by what I've seen online in the forums and chats, it usually requires a swap on the motherboard or a replacement of the watch entirely. Either way, it's not going to be cheap. If it is covered under warranty, that'll be great, but I don't think it is because Samsung said they do not cover international warranty over here, which means I have to pay for it out of my own pocket, which I'm fine with because it's my responsibility. But for those of you out there, just a warning, if you're going to have to pay for it out of your own pocket, it's going to cost you a lot. So that's been pretty much it. Those are my thoughts about the Galaxy Watch 3 and whether you should get it or not. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it to you at the moment because there's much better offerings on the smartwatch market, especially on the Android side of things. Google Wear OS is actually really good at the moment, and Samsung's Galaxy Watch 4 and Galaxy Watch 4 Classic is actually quite a good watch in the market right now. So if you're looking to get a smartwatch in the Android area, those two watches could be the one that you're looking for. Definitely do not get the last year's version, which is this. I don't think it's the best option right now. So that's pretty much the end of the video. Hope you guys like the video. Please share and subscribe if you haven't already. Please stay safe. Try not to go out during this time. Quite sensitive situation we're in. Please get vaccinated if you haven't already. Mask up, and I'll see you guys on the next one, hopefully.